Let's get started on talking about semi-pro. All right, semi-pro. Like I was saying, if you watch the previous videos, semi-pro is for boxers and coaches, boxers that's looking to make money out of boxing. This is box semi-pro. You make money in semi-pro. Professional boxer, you just a pro. You just a pro. So semi-pro is where you make all your money. Now, there's a few things about semi-pro that takes a lot of a lot of work. So first, let's start with building. You need to build. When I say build, you would need to build your stadium. Build your stadium. That's step one. Step two, have a structure. When I say have a structure, like your coaching materials, all the stuff for the coaches, your cleaning crew, concession crew, everybody that work at the stadium. So basically, your workers and you getting your coach ready for every match. That's step two. Step three, the cost of how much you want to make a night. How much? What is your expectation of expense of amount? What is your expectation of funds that you want to make? Now, th- I'll give you those three examples. There's no when you're building a stadium. There's no exact amount of how much people are going to be there or how many people can fit. A stadium is a stadium. If it fits the same amount of people that the next stadium can fit. So don't worry about how big your stadium has to be or how big it has to be. How much money it has to make to match the next stadium. It doesn't work like that. How building a stadium works is whoever owns the stadium has to show up in semi-pro. This is how it works in semi-pro. Whoever builds a stadium is has to show up and perform every night. So if you're looking at this video, don't think you can build a stadium, make a money scheme, and come and and just leave the world. No, it's not like that. Watching this video, you'll learn that becoming a boxer, you'll have a set structure, which is a base where you can box. Now, let's get started on how boxing started. Boxing was started years ago. I'm not gonna tell you the exact name of who it started from, where it started from, but it started for years ago from a man or a family. I could say a family that lives in a small town. Um, um, Boxing is like it's like wrestling. There's grappling and there's tussling, but there's more grappling. If you go the grappling route, you're boxing. I'll repeat it again. If you grapple in boxing, boxing can be considered wrestling. So what the kid did and what the kid did was he comprised the two sports and made it one legit sport. Now, grappling in wrestling is considered a takedown or a grapple, depending on how you wrestle or how wrestling was made. So however wrestling was made, grappling is a part of wrestling. So now, if you come into boxing and think that you can start boxing without grappling, you're incorrect. Because you can box, you can do the 1, 2, 3 jab, or you can do the jab, the uppercut, the the hook. But if you don't grapple, you're not boxing. See, that's the thing. So now, if you was to have a video, if you was to have a video posted on YouTube and the young man was to watch it and say, "I don't see no grappling in this video here. How are you boxing?" if he can't come to your video, if he can't come to your video and clarify how boxing was made in your video. Boxing isn't boxing. It's just a fighting sport. So let's not make boxing a fighting sport. Let's make it boxing. That's step one of this video. I gave you the basics of the video. The basics of the video is how to get started in semi-pro. Step one of this video is how boxing started. Now, here's an easy way. Here's an easy way to really, let's say, start your professional career in boxing. Pros now in boxing, they're different. They have different questions. They have plenty of questions for their trainers that trainers can answer, but also can turn to the boxer and say, "Do you understand boxing? Are you coming to boxing because somebody showed you boxing, or are you just boxing just because you think it's easy money?" Boxing, it can be easy money if you have the best coach. Now, let's get started. Let's get started on how a pro can make money. A pro can make money off advertisement, having a promotion team, basically more likely off advertisement, having a promotion team. So now going pro, just having a promotion team is the best thing to do going pro in boxing. So now, if you was to go pro in boxing and have a promotion team, you would make all your money in boxing just off of a promotion team. Rookie boxing. Rookie boxing now is for people that's just getting started in boxing, doesn't have a coach, so on and so forth. When you get started in boxing, you could be a rookie, you could be a pro, or you can go semi-pro. You can be a rookie, you can go into semi-pro. You could do that also, but it's just gonna take work. It's not gonna take a lot of money. It's gonna take work because you're gonna make the money back. So if you get started in boxing, you can go the semi-pro route and be the best boxer in your city or state off semi-pro boxing. Now, if you want to go professional, you can make a hustle. Professionals, they make a hustle and live off that hustle. There's plenty of hustles you can do. You can have autograph stuff about you. You can, I'll just say that's one hustle you could do. A good hustle that you could do, autograph stuff about you, and so on and so forth. I can't give you the whole hustle, but just have autographed trunks, autographed footballs. I say autographed boxing trunks, so autographed boxing trunks would be the best hustle. How to get the money for the autographed boxing trunks. All right. You have 10 uncustom made boxing trunks. 10. Sell them at one price each. So let's say 100,000 for one boxing trunk. Bet 100,000 for one boxing trunk at the price. I'm not gonna say auction them off. No, I'm not gonna say auction them off. Just have them at a set price. If you auction them off, you don't need an auction license. No, you don't have to get an auction license to auction. The thing about it, I'm not too familiar with the auction game, so the auction thing, I'm not too familiar with it. But I know a little bit about it, so I can give you the ins and outs. So let's get started like this. You get some boxing trunks. You get a set price. You can. This is what I know about it. You get a set price. You can match the price of the stadium that you're boxing at. So say for instance, you're boxing, for example, you're boxing at Sunny Donny Resorts. Sunny Donny Resorts costs 180,000. 180,000 is for Sunny Dunny Resorts. You make 150,000. The auction uh startup the auction startup. Make that the startup 150,000. How could you get what you need, what, like 40,000, 60,000, 60,000 more to get to 180,000. So what, how you make 60,000 off the trunks. You make 60,000 off the trunks, and when you make 60,000 off the trunks, you have reached the set standard price of auctioning. So, for example, the trunk is 160,000. You can start at 150,000, go to 160,000. I mean, go to 180,000. Match the stadium, and you have reached the auction bid for the trunks. Now, the reason why I say make 10 trunks is because those are trunks that you like. You make 10 trunks. You could do each one by one at a set price, and reach 180,000 for Sunny Dove, Sunny Donny Stadium. Now let's get back to semi pro. Semi pro, you build. Everything in semi pro is building. It's like starting a life, and coming to CAA, you can get the best work started with that. So, like, again, I work for CAA. I'm not a boxer trying to leak away to help people do stuff like that. I got boxes in the house with gays in it, hand wrap, stuff like that. So I got proof to show you, but I gotta walk all the way inside. But I got boxes with gays in it, stuff like that, for my work. Now, let me help you out with semi pro. Semi pro. I don't know if you ever. I don't know how many times you watched this fight or seen this fight. Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, or Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, or Oscar De La Hoya. I don't know how many times Oscar De La Hoya has fought, so I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar of how he got started in boxing. Like I said, boxing came from wrestling, literally the sport of wrestling. It was if you ask the young man, it's like the young man can tell you he came from wrestling. He seen that wrestling was an aggressive sport, so he made another aggressive sport, and was like, beat me now, So it's like, if you can reel in all the money now and just relax, then it'll be simple. But the young man is doing pretty good. He's just sitting back, cutting grass, and living with the family, like how he started watching wrestling. Now, semi pro. Semi pro, like I said, is building. If you want to get started in semi pro, just build. Everything you do is building, building, building. You got to build your stadium, build a team, build your promotion team. Everything has to be built. Yeah, you can find a promotion team to go to, but that's going to cost money. So you can build a promotion team, take that away from a professional boxer, and work with your coach. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm not gonna open up a YouTube page with that's saying this is a school for this and that. I'm just gonna open a YouTube page that's informative and let you know about how to get started in boxing. Like I said, boxing came from wrestling. Again, the sport of wrestling. So if you grapple in boxing, you would be efficient in boxing. Now, in boxing, there's a neutral corner, and there's your corner. Catch the person in the neutral corner, and the money for the night is yours. So, for example, you have a blue corner, you have a red corner, and you have the blue corner has a neutral corner, and the red corner has a neutral corner. If you want to make $80,000 a night, you don't have to knock them out in the neutral corner. But all you have to do is catch them with a rule, catch them with one rule in the neutral corner, and you can make your money for the night. It's not about what the judges think of in the neutral corner. It's not about what the judges think in the neutral corner. It's about what can you do in the neutral corner. Now, the blue corner or the red corner, the colored corner now is about boxing. If you're able to sit down and talk to your coach in the corner and wait for the bell to ring, you can go back out there and box. But like I said, it's not about the rules. It's about boxing. So if you have that sweet touch of boxing, grappling, talking, being verbal in the ring, then you can box. So this short video is about how boxing and semi-pro can make you money in the world.